Hello, welcome back. Let us look at something new here, and that is factors. Factors. I hope we are able to see. I hope people can see this. Let's see. Okay, here. Factors influencing pharmaceutical costs, and then prices, and then the total costs. What are the factors that determine the pharmaceutical cost, the pricing, and then their total costs? So we see that there are a number of factors that may affect the prices, or there are factors that we need to consider when during the procurement process. The factors we need to consider is competitive prices. We see that different suppliers have a different price, and then there is competition in their prices. So we have to be keen on that. Depending on what we want, we may not choose a cheaper product and then find out later that they are not of quality. Okay, so we have to consider it when we are procuring. Competitive prices, quality of products and services, we also need to put it in mind. Delivery times, we also have to note that down. And then we have what you call expiration dates, and then the shelf life. We need to put it into consideration, and donations. So the medicines, when they are delivered, we need to check for their expiry, and then what is their shelf life. The delivery time, when are they going to deliver? How long does the specific supplier take to deliver the products or deliver the medicines? And in case we have any other donations, or we are expecting donations, we also have to put it in mind before we purchase, so that we do not purchase what they are going to donate. When we purchase what they are going to donate, we see that we are going to have excess, and when we have excess, some of them will end up expiring, or we shall misuse it, or we shall have cases of irrational medicines used because we just want to finish up, or we feel we have enough. Okay, and then we end up messing things up. So here are the factors influencing pharmaceutical prices. Competition among suppliers and products due to many different products, and then different generic versions of the same product in the market. So competition is a factor affecting the price. And then government policies on registration, licensing of the manufacturing and distribution of factories or industries, authority to prescribe and dispense, and then we have generic substitution, and then price control. So government policies can affect the price. One, we shall only procure from those facilities that are licensed. And then if they are licensed, they can be licensed to manufacture or a license to distribute. So if we decide to get or procure from a licensed distribution, or advertise for the licensed supplier, we may find few of them, and their prices may be high because they know they have all the qualifications, or they have all that is needed for them to provide services. So some of the government policies can affect the price, can go high, and also they also incur costs of acquiring the license. They are taxed or they are charged, and because of that they have to add in the prices of the goods. Okay, so when they add in the prices of the goods, of course the price goes high, and it becomes a factor that influences the pharmaceutical price. Suppliers of offering discount pricing to the public. So we find that some suppliers offer for us discounts and others do not offer discounts. So we shall prefer to get from those that give us with discounts, so that when we are selling off our products, at least we are going to sell at a cheaper price, because after all we also given on discount. So we find that we may also reduce the discount, and you find that the price at which we are going to sell, or on how we are going to cost or how we are going to give out is going to be cheaper in case we are dealing with a private facility. In case we are dealing with a public facility, of course, we do not charge our clients for the medicines apart from maybe the consultation fee and the rest. And then those who are under procurement or insurance, you find that they are also managed differently, and then they are charged differently, maybe based on the private sector. Okay, and then procurement costs incurred fall under two categories. So the costs that we always incur fall into two categories, and these costs also affect how we sell our products. So we have what we call visible costs, and then we have what we call hidden costs. So let's see the different examples of the obvious costs or the visible costs. The actual cost of buying the medicine is visible. Like, you know, this medicine costs this. It is an obvious cost. Like, you know, it doesn't take you by surprise. Handling inventory and storage costs, you know, you have to clean. You know, you need people to be there to monitor the flow in and out, monitor expiries, monitor the shelf life, monitor the quality of the medicine. So you find that you are aware of that. So it is an obvious cost. Salaries of procurement staff, it is an obvious cost. You need to pay the staff, not only procurement but a number of staff. Government policies, there are a number of government policies that we deal or look at, and those government policies, like we said, licensing the facility, doing this, that, and that, importation tax, exportation tax. So those are government policies. Depending on our country, the policies differ. We may not say they are the same. And because of that, you know, I have to license my facility. I have to license my product so that it can be distributed on market. So it becomes an obvious cost. You know, I have to do it. Like, it doesn't take you by surprise. You know this has to be done and you have to do it. And actually you do it in advance without anyone reminding you. Competition among suppliers becomes also another, like, you're aware that competitions are always there. And when they come, you don't get shocked. However, there are other hidden costs that we may incur and can also affect our facility or our costs or how we sell the medicine, how we give it out. So these are not obvious. There are costs associated with the shortage due to poor supplier performance. Sometimes we get surprised that our medicines, we have run out of stock. Increased acquisition costs due to emergency procurement. When we look at emergency procurement, we saw that we get direct, and when we get direct, always the direct procurement, their prices are high. So we don't get discounts because we may be buying few. We don't get any other privileges because since it is an emergency, we can't do without it. We need it. So increased acquisition costs can come up, and then replacement costs when goods are lost or must be discarded due to poor packaging. So sometimes in the facility when we are storing, the quality of medicine can degrade, and then when it degrades and it may not be of proper consumption to the clients, and because of that we cannot let our clients consume poor quality medicine. And we didn't actually, when we were stocking, we did not want such a thing to happen, but it has happened. So it becomes a hidden cost. We have to incur cost of disposing it. We have to incur the loss of the money we used for purchasing them, and then a number of things. Okay, storage, port charges, and then administrative expenses due to insufficient clearing of procedures. or lack of funds or proper documentation can also become an hidden cost, can also be another hidden cost. Okay, and then this brings us to the last. We see that there is another thing apart from hidden and then visible that we call reorder frequency model. Interval between orders or options include annual, one order per year, scheduled, periodic orders, for example every 3 months, and then perpetual orders, or that is ordered, placed whenever stock falls to specified levels. So how we also order depends on how much we can sell or how much we can cost the product. Okay, if we are private, of course we cost the products to the buyers. If we are wholesalers, we cost it to both the private and then the public sector. Safety stock targets, which vary according to the supplier. Lead times. Lead time, like I said earlier on, is a time from when you place the order until the time you receive that order, is what we call lead time. Consumption patterns, and then service level objectives. It is another reorder frequency models. Formula used for calculating the order quantities, which may be fixed or a variable quantity, also is a factor. So that is briefly how prices are affected. Thank you for listening. This brings us to the end of procurement. I thank you so much for listening. Let us in the next video we shall look at receiving of medicines, and then